From Phoebus High School in Hampton, WHCS Cable Channel 46 presents Peninsula District Boys Basketball. The Phoebus Phantoms hosting the Hampton Crabbers. Good evening, everybody. I'm Tim Cole along with Bob Hintz. We welcome you to Phoebus High School for this battle between the Hampton Crabbers at 16-3 and the Phoebus Phantoms at 13-6. Right now, let's go courtside as Bob has head coach Walter Brower of the Hampton Crabbers.
Walter, first of all, congratulations still being in first place, but to win the regular season, you have to win tonight for sure, and then you got a tough game next Thursday. But when you come in to play the Phantoms, it's always a tough game when you come in here.
Always. I've never had an easy game since I've been coaching. It's always tough in this building. Coach Blizzard, I'm sure I'm ready to go.
Well, him being your JV coach for some years has a lot to do with, you kind of know each other, don't you?
Well, I'll see the same offense and defense that I've been running for a while when I look out there.
Well, listen, good luck to you tonight, Coach.
Thanks a lot.
Good enough. Let's go back to Tim.
All right, thank you, Bob, and thank you, Coach Brower, as the Crabbers 16-3 overall, 13-3 in the Peninsula District. Tonight's game brought to you by Zooms with 5 convenient Hampton locations, and also in part by Wood Funeral Home, where Richard Pulley is the funeral director. All right, let's go back courtside as Bob has head coach David Blizzard of the Phoebus Phantoms.
Well, David, I know you got to go without your number one player, Enrico. Giving up 18 points, you got to find it somewhere on the bench. But a lot of times your other players will step up and do a little bit better than what they normally do.
Well, that's what we were talking about. We were saying, I said, hey, look, you're missing 18 points, 5 rebounds, and a whole lot of experience. Your other guys are going to have to kind of make up the difference. But I tell you, it's going to be hard to make up the difference between a team like what Hampton got here. But
well, you know these guys from Hampton. I mean, you used to be over there. You know these guys. You know this offense.
And that's what worried me so much. I know what they have, you know. But if the guys give me 110% out there, you know, we'll take whatever happens. But we want them to play hard, and we're going to play hard, and we'll see what happens.
Well, this is one thing I've noticed, that your teams always come out and they play hard. You do a good job, and good luck for you tonight, Coach.
Thank you.
Good enough. Let's run back over to Tim.
All right, thank you, Bob, and thank you, Coach Blizzard, as the Phoebus Phantoms with a 13-6 overall record, and they're 10-6 in the district. And, of course, Hampton battling to get that Peninsula District regular season title, and they're having a tough time now as they do have a 2-game lead, but this is still pretty much up for grabs. This game is very important for Hampton tonight because if they hope to have the Peninsula District title, they have to win tonight and keep that the distance between themselves and the other teams. Jim Downey is your referee. Joe Ty and Tom McDonald are the umpires. 3-man crew working this contest tonight here at Phoebus High School.
Well, Tim, let me give you a little example of what happens. See, if Phoebus could really be a spoiler because Hampton's got to win tonight. But also going on tonight as we play this game, Heritage and Woodside are playing. And if Heritage wins, then that'll almost lock in Hampton as number one seed and will win the regular season district, regardless of what they do Thursday. But they got to play Woodside Thursday. So if Woodside wins Tuesday, then Thursday becomes a real big ball game.
If Hampton wins tonight and Heritage wins tonight, then Hampton's locked first place and can't lose it. They'll clinch.
But it's going to be one of these contests where you got to really look at where you're positioning in the district tournament. If you're not number one, then you want to be in the bracket 2, 3, 6, 7, because then you can get to the finals with Hampton and don't have to win the tournament to make it to the regionals. But if you're in that first bracket with 1 and 8, 4 and 5, then you have to win the tournament to go on to the regionals. So it becomes a little tougher on you. We're going to what we're going to do right now is they're introducing just the seniors, and after they go through the seniors, then we're going to come back and Coach Sexton is going to announce the starting lineup. It's just a recognition of seniors. This is the last home game for the seniors here at Phoebus High School. It's something they're trying to do to get a little spirit involved and to recognize the senior players. And, of course, we know one of these young men that we see quite often, that's Maurice Shanks. Maurice, of course, played football for 4 years, it seems like, and basketball for 4 years. But David's got a lot of seniors on his squad this year, and he will miss these young men. But he's got some nice kids coming up from the JVs that look real good. In fact, Bob Killen and I were talking to one of the young JVs' players' dad. Tim, this kid is 6'4", probably 220, 8th grader. And I asked the dad, I said, well, what kind of student? He says, an AB student. So, that's the kind of guy you like to get in here. He's taking college prep courses, so this is a nice thing that the Phantoms are doing, recognizing the seniors and the parents of the seniors. So we want to thank Bill D and that group and do this. And then I'm going to give the microphone to Coach Sexton, and he'll introduce the starters.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the starting lineup for the Hampton Crabbers, at guard, a 6'2" sophomore, number 12, Jimmy Williams. At guard, a 6'1" junior, number 20, Derek Finner. At forward, a 6'5" junior, number 44, Nathan Robinson. At guard, a 5'10" senior, number 14, Marcus Hagan. At center, a 6'5" senior, number 30, Johnny Story. And the Crabbers are coached by Walter Brower. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for our Phoebus Phantoms. At guard, a 6'2" sophomore, At forward, a 6'3" senior, number 00, Dominic Strickland. At forward, a 6'3" senior, number 22, Eric Rockington. At center, a 6'4" senior, number 44, Maurice Shakes. At guard, a 5'11" junior, number 24, Travis Reed. And at guard, a 6'2" junior, number 32, Kristen White. And they are coached by David Blizzard.
Well, it's not our microphone. He was having problems before we gave it to him.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
so
anyway, one thing I do want to talk about tonight, we will not see Curtis Pender for the Crabbers. Now, we've watched him play this year. He's done a great job. Broke his wrist in the first 2 minutes when the Crabbers lost that game to Warwick. And so he is out for the rest of the season with a broken wrist.
So that's a big loss.
Yeah, it really is. That's why we're seeing Fenner starting tonight. Derek Fenner starting instead of Pender.
Pender brought 7.5 points to the game, plus some good rebounding.
Yeah.
So he'll be sorely missed. And just as tournament time is approaching, so Walter Brower at least has the comfort of some depth, and he has shown that all year long. But the Crabbers stumbled a little bit recently here. They've been on a tear and then hit a rough spot there, and now with Pender out, that'll hurt. But the Crabbers 13-3 in the district have a little cushion. You and I were talking about it. Woodside and Heritage are playing tonight, and if Woodside beats Heritage, or the other way around, Heritage beats Woodside, then Hampton will clinch with a victory tonight. Otherwise, it could be a factor on Thursday night as to who still has a chance at that Peninsula District regular season championship.
Right, and Phoebus could be a big spoiler.
So, without their leading scorer, the Phantoms will have a tough way to go, and the Crabbers got the control of the tip, but lost their direction for a moment.
Marcus Higgins was going the wrong way and then realized it as soon as he crossed half court, but that happens.
Better to give it up than to score
You're right.
the other team's basket. Blocked inside by Story. Underneath, blocked again by Story, so Story has 2 blocks and a rebound. So Story off to a good start here, and he is in heavy traffic. Now finally gets the ball to Fenner. Got a 2-on-1, dish right side, and the basket is good.
A nice pass in there to Robinson.
Nathan Robinson, and the assist to Fenner.
Well, I tell you, Story did a great job. Now, the first time these two teams met, Phoebus went inside and got quick fouls on Johnny Story. He was a non-factor in that game. Probably played less than a quarter and a half because of foul trouble.
And a reach-in foul by Jimmy Williams. That'll be his first.
Well, you're going to see two teams, Tim, that are quick on quick. They will play man-to-man defense. They'll run one opportunity to get there. They'll go to the board real strong.
Bad pass picked up by Higgins, and Higgins rushed his shot. Didn't have to do that. He could have circled around and set up, but instead just went for kind of a playground shot. Ball knocked out of bounds. It was last touched by Strickland as he turned it over himself.
Well, I think he bounced it off his foot. He did a good job going strong to the basket, trying to get some foul on Story. Missed a shot, got his own rebound, then lost it out of bounds.
Robinson thought about the three. Now they're working for Story. He's double teamed at the baseline and kicks it outside for Robinson. Robinson will fire and he hits.
Well, that's what you got to have is somebody, Tim, that can step up when somebody is double teamed like that and make that open jumper.
So Robinson leads the game 4-0. Nice spin move, partially blocked by Story as he's got a pair of 3 blocks now. And Higgins draws the foul on the shot. He'll get a pair.
And it's on Maurice Shanks. But Maurice did a good job of getting down the court. You got to get down the court on the Crabbers. If you shoot and they get the rebound, you look down, their people are moving down the court. Watch the rebound. I'm sorry, there's the replay right here. And Maurice tried to block it, but Higgins did a great job of protecting the ball with his body and stretching towards the basket. So the only way you're going to get contact is you got to foul the guy to stop the shot from going in.
Hampton 5, Phoebus nothing. 8-minute quarters. There's no shot clock in high school basketball. There is, of course, a 10-second timeline. And 1 of 2 free throws for Higgins. Back come the Phantoms quickly. This is Strickland. Gives it outside. Dresden White with the ball, averaging double figures, 10.3 to be exact. White's runner won't go.
Well, White usually doesn't start. And what happened was I was over here when Bethel played Phoebus, and the #1 scorer, Rico Walters, got in a confrontation with Sam Davis, the young man who got his eye cut in the game that we did with Bethel and Hampton. And therefore he got thrown out of the game and has to miss 2 games. That's why he's not here, and David was talking about losing 18 points.
And that definitely hurts. That's what he
really
brought
does.
to the game.
So somebody's got to pick it up. So he's starting this young man, White, number 32, is just a junior, but that's why he's starting. He comes off the bench and does a good job, but now he's got to start. 3-pointer by Marcus Higgins on an inbound play.
So it's Hampton 8-0, and now the Phantoms retaliate as Travis Reed hits for a pair.
And he's got such a nice looking shot with that short jumper, just as smooth as can be. Nice rotation on the ball.
We got another foul on Maurice Shanks, so he's picked up 2 quickly.
Well, he's trying to keep the ball away from Johnny Story. Not like the first game where they allowed a lot of contact. They're going to call it underneath the basket with this boys contest.
Well, these guys are so physical and so quick that they have to have to keep it under control. And again, as you and I have discussed so many times, as long as you're consistent, that's okay. You're going to call it close. Players need to play it that way. Strickland with a great move. Can't finish it, however.
Well, he used the wrong hand. He got underneath the basket too far to use the right hand.
Higgins will hit another three. So Higgins has 7, and it's 11-2.
Higgins is one of these kind of guys, Tim, that can get on a streak. And when he's on a streak, he comes down. He's just like a rhythm. He's like a rhythm. Watch this. Nice pass from Fenner. Just stops in nice rhythm, pulls up, squares his body, gathers himself, and just knocks down the 3.
In the ballgame now is number 40, Sean Danley, as Robinson gets the rebound. Left side. Higgins again. Oh, my goodness. Robinson with the stick back.
Highlight stuff.
If it wasn't interference, at least.
That was close. That ball
close.
still being within the cylinder.
But it was a nice timing play by Robinson, and Robinson at the other end gets the rebound. So Robinson starts this game strong, and I'm sure that Walter Browers told him, he says, if Pender's not out here, I got to have some of you guys pick it up. Higgins, 3 again.
He's on fire. David, we got to talk about this.
10 points for Higgins, and the Crabbers have raced out to a 16-2 lead. This is a full timeout. Here's your replay.
And it's a steal right there by Derek Fenner. Tim, we will pick a player of the game for both of these teams tonight, and that player receive a plaque and a shirt. Plaque comes from Engraving Inc., Buckwalter Engraving at Tab Square in Route 17. For all your engraving needs, contact Jim at 596-8850. Dave Buckwalter is the owner. The shirt comes from the Island of Hardware and Sporting Goods, and they're located in Pocosin. They can meet all your sports needs with a full line of athletic goods, both team and individual, equipment and uniforms, plus screen printing. Call Dave Chubb at 868-8467.
Give me that number again. How many numbers was that?
868-8467.
I want to make sure the fans hear that. We really appreciate them giving these plaques and shirts.
Yes, we do.
Kids really enjoy the recognition. We enjoy having the opportunity to do that. Going to remind you that the girls contest between these two schools is also going to be here on Channel 46, as the first place Lady Crabbers continue having a wonderful season, coached by David Six. Liz Mears doing a good job over at Phoebus as well. Johnny Story picks up Strickland. Strickland with a good move, but Story once again got a hand on that ball.
Well, Strickland goes to the basket. He looks like he's out of control sometime, but does a great job. Nice pass.
Good block underneath, but Robinson stays with it and puts it in.
Got his own rebound, Tim. Great job that time by Robinson, staying with it.
5 rebounds for Robinson to go along with his 8 points, and a nice move to the bucket.
I think the foul is going to be called prior to the shot. Let's see what Jim Downey says. And I think he's yelling before the shot.
That one is against Robinson. That's his first. And that's exactly the call. And watch the replay here. You're going to see the foul there before the shot. So it'll be an inbounds play. Strickland, guarded by Story. Left open in the corner, and that's a 3. Yes, that's a slow reaction by the official, but Robert Fields connects from the three-point range, and that was a big shot. 18-5 now. Phantoms need some offense to stay in this one. Higgins has been hot. He's got 10. Dishes to Williams in the corner, and Williams hits for 3.
I say sometimes it seems like one person can make a 3 and everybody can make it.
Well, it's contagious. And a ball stolen. Higgins picked the pocket. Higgins will shovel it up. No, it's short. Back come the Phantoms. They've got a 2-on-2. And that one's just stolen. Higgins, they've got a 3-on-1. Dish right side. Robinson, yes.
Oh, nice job by Higgins to fake the pass one way. Coming the other way, we got a player that I think caught an elbow.
And that is Danley. Here's some of the action we just saw. There's the steal. Carlos Campbell getting set to come in for the Crabbers. There you saw this contact after the shot. All right, so we've got some new numbers in there. We got Mario Tabron, number 24, averaging 5.7 in there. And Carlos Campbell is in the game for the Crabbers as well.
And you're gonna find the Phoebus Phantom fans will boo every time Carlos handles the ball because he played over here last year.
In heavy traffic and a foul. That one will be called against White. President White picks up his first, and Campbell will shoot 2. Albert Hill getting set to come in for the Phantoms. Campbell hits. Strickland will come out with Hill coming in. 24-5 Hampton. He was raced out to a 20-point lead as Campbell hits the second.
We got number 10 for the Crabbers coming in. That's Marcus Johnson.
So Walter Brower going to the bench early here. Give everybody a chance to get a sweat broken. Shanks will inbound. This is Jeremy Van, and his pass is stolen. Tabron, no good, but the follow is good on an excellent play by Marcus Johnson. But I don't know that Tabron was even trying to make the basket. I mean, he was trying to make the basket, but he knew he had help.
Yeah, and I think he probably second-guessed himself when he went up. He said, I should have probably passed the ball, so he put it up because he really didn't have a good body control at that point.
And we've got a blocking foul. This one will go against Tabron. And more substitutions come in, trying to keep up with all of this. Deion Tynes, who we've seen play extremely well, and Nathaniel Clouden check in for the Crabbers. And we'll pick up the changes now as Robert Fields is in there. Let's see who else is out there. We got Travis Reed, who will inbound the ball. Maurice Shanks. And it's stolen. Tabron, and Tabron lays it in.
Well, and Maurice couldn't really go after him because he's already got 2 fouls.
That was an absolute case of the fact that Shanks used his head and didn't go to try and make some meaningless, spectacular play that would have put him on the bench. And this will be another one on Tabron as he was guilty of hand checking. Good call by Jim Downey. Or excuse me, not Downey rather, but the other official.
What was his name?
I don't know. Actually, I know that's Tom McDonald.
Okay.
Hampton up by 24. Less than a minute remaining in the first period. That's right, 29 points here in the first period as Hampton's just been red hot. Tynes guarding Shanks, and a whistle and a foul. And that'll go against Tynes, his first.
Maurice did a good job of driving to the basket, and when he went up in the air, he waited for the contact before he shot, and that's why he is going to the foul line.
So Shanks averaging more than 10 points a game, gets his first point of the first period. And 1 out of 2.
An offensive rebound by for the Phantoms. But I tell you, if you pick up your dribble, you're going to get double teamed in a heartbeat. Crabbers are really playing stingy defense.
And another foul called. This one will be charged to Marcus Johnson. That's his first. So the fouls mounting quickly here. Much more physical than the girls' game we saw earlier, right? Not much more physical, but much more closely officiated.
Yeah, it's more.
First game was
more fouls because it's being called more.
Yeah, no blood, no foul in the first game. Robert Fields hits first of two.
You know, in that first game, Crystal Clary had 3 fouls within a minute of the second quarter and didn't pick up any more the rest of the game and didn't hesitate. I mean, she still played hard.
Hampton over the limit already as the Phantoms in the bonus with 26.9 seconds to go in the first period, and Fields hits both free throws. Understand it, Fields. Three-pointer, Campbell rattles it home and in and out. Clouden will follow and hit.
You can't let the Crabbers get the easy rebound in underneath the basket like that.
And that should be a foul with 3 seconds remaining. Carlos Campbell called for the foul.
I thought we was in the bonus. We're not in the bonus? Yeah, we are.
They were in the bonus.
Well, they were going to take it out of the bounds. That's why I wanted you to let the official know. McDonald, does he have a farm?
Old Mac. Used that one already. At the free throw line.
Am I behind?
You're just a half a beat.
Well, that's okay.
Albert Hill. And his is off the mark. And the buzzer sounds, and contact with the net, but didn't make it to the rim. So after one period, it's all Hampton as they are on top 31-8. Now we're going to go down to the end of the court here. I understand Mr. Baton.
Oh, he's got one of the hard jobs.
As one of those difficult jobs working with the cheerleaders. Let's go over there and see what Ron has going on.
You're watching the Phoebus Phantoms on WHCS TV 46.
Oh, that's the best commercial we could ask for. This is a very fast-paced game tonight, and you would expect that with both teams being very quick, very athletic. But the only thing that's hurting Phoebus right now is they can't get any point production from anybody else. And you're missing a guy that averages 18 points a game. That's got to hurt. I don't care. You know, you get some people to step up a little bit, but it's hard to step up to 18 points and 5 rebounds and how many assists that he's averaged this year. So that hurts. But he'll have him for the district tournament.
Higgins and Robinson each with 10 points in the first period for the Crabbers. Higgins did it the easy way, hit 3 threes and a free throw. Strickland's shot is too strong, and Robinson with another rebound. Fenner, Williams. Higgins will shoot the 3, no good. The long rebound is chased down by Fenner, lost it for a moment, got it back, now loses it again. Good defense by the Phantoms. Shanks double clutches and can't get it to stay down.
They did a great job of protecting the ball, just couldn't execute it.
Higgins too strong. Fenner, no. Higgins, yes. Higgins again. This one's knocked out to Story. Now he's left wide open, but he'll pass instead to Fenner. Great ball movement by the Crabbers. Give the assist to Story and the basket to Fenner. Long rebound comes out to the Phantoms, Robert Fields. Work it to Strickland. He's guarded by both Fenner and Story and then throws it away. The double team causes the turnover. Higgins will shovel up, no good. As the up and down the court continues now. This one is goaltending.
Yeah, that's a nice try by Johnny Story, but you're right. That was definitely goaltending. It already hit the backboard.
Give the basket to Travis Reed. And here's the replay. See what happens here. Once that ball hits the glass, you cannot interfere with it, and that's what happened. Nice dish for Robinson, and Robinson picks up the foul on Strickland. That'll be his first.
That's a nice little give and go. David wants another 20-second timeout. settle this team down a little. You're trailing by 33. What do you got to get them to be more consistent in their offense?
We need everybody to find a seat.
Nice crowd here tonight.
Your first place Hampton Crabbers and the Phantoms with a 13-6 overall record, 10-6 in the district, right there in the thick of things. Congratulations to David Blizzard and Liz Mears, doing a good job over here at Phoebus, keeping their teams highly competitive. Crabbers have both the district leaders in both boys and girls basketball.
Well, it's good to see David Six back over there at the Crabbers helm, doing a good job and having the girls very, very competitive. But anytime that you can have both of your squads in first place in the district at the end of the season, it goes a long way of building up confidence going into the regionals.
Robinson, about the first time he has stumbled at all here as he missed both free throws. Three-pointer off the mark, no good. Shanks with the offensive board, and he gets it.
Well, I tell you, that was not a real good shot taken, but Shanks did a great job of getting the rebound, and Marcus Higgins, what a nice job to get inside and throw the pass, and the player wasn't ready.
Higgins has it partially blocked, I think. Kept his own shot alive. Robinson can't get it. Story does and scores. So Johnny Story, averaging almost 20 points a game, scores his first basket. You would think his squad up by 23, he would have had some scoring involved in that, but it's been all Higgins and Robinson to this point. 4 other players with 2 points or more. And now we've got some contact and a push is called.
And that's what we call one of those ticky-tack fouls, but it's a foul.
Well, yeah, when the contact was made, that was Higgins. That was more than ticky-tack there. The foul could have been called in,
yeah,
in the
but
lane.
the one outside was the ticky-tack.
Yep. At the free throw line for the Phantoms, this is Eric Brockington, averaging a little more than 4 points a game. You see a good look at Eric, and he'll get the bonus as the Phantoms are in the bonus, maybe in the double bonus here if they're not already. And Brockington is able to hit both. Phantoms applying some full court pressure off of the made free throw, but the Crabbers with little difficulty breaking it. Fenner feeds down low for Story. Turnarounder is no good. Story got his own rebound.
I tell you what, you don't just sit back and watch. You go and get your own rebound. Nice job, Johnny Story.
In the right place at the right time. And almost stolen by Robinson. He saves it, but right to the hands of White as Cresden White scores. 19 points the difference. Higgins off the mark. Long rebound is tipped out and finally controlled by White. He's got a man wide open. This is Strickland. Easy basket underneath.
Well, Strickland was there. White just couldn't see him at first.
Phantoms now starting to make a move here as they have outscored Hampton 10-6 here in the second period. Fenner as the Crabbers now set it up a little bit more. Now they'll take the wide open jumper. That's Robinson's shot, too long. Would have been a 3, but it is off the mark. Phantoms whittling away at that lead. And a bad pass.
Well, it was
Story.
it may have been a good pass against anybody but Johnny Story.
Higgins at the other end for 2. So the Crabbers make the Phantoms pay after the turnover. Higgins converts. I want to thank our friends at Wood Funeral Home, where Richard Pulley is the funeral director, for their sponsorship in tonight's contest. And we've got contact away from the ball. And it's going to go against Robinson. That'll be his second. And again, bonus time, so still not in the double bonus yet. Now we've got wholesale substitutions coming in. Clouden will come in for Robinson for Hampton. We got a couple of Phantoms, so as soon as they completely check in, we'll have a better feel for it. Maurice Shanks. Some confusion as to who's in and who isn't. Strickland stays in.
Well, he better. They'll be playing with 4.
Robert Fields is in there along with White. And also in the game now, Albert Hill, number 52, along with Shanks.
Walter doesn't like what he sees offensively. He wants to get that squared away a little bit.
So a 20-second timeout called by Walter Brower. And again, we'll talk about our corporate support, Zooms. 5 convenient Hampton locations and now 1 in my neighborhood.
Well, you know, I went over and talked to David Allen. I said, David, if you really want to make some money, you want to build one of those Zooms up next to Tim Cole, because Tim will definitely go there because he loves the potato wedges.
Oh, man.
He loves the chicken. And when he's going to work in the morning, we'll stop and get some of that coffee and some of those Krispy Kreme donuts. And he'll fill up with gas every time he comes by. So that's the guy you want to make sure you put it where there's action.
And that's it. They know me by my first name when I go in. Come on in, Mr. T. 39-18 in favor of the Crabbers. Fenner, Williams, Higgins, Clouden, and Story. I check that now. Higgins is out of there, but Tabron is in. Williams spots Clouden. Clouden spots Fenner, and Fenner hits.
Fenner did a great job, Tim, of catching the ball and making the play and making the shot all in one motion. Had he come down and then gone up with it, he would have probably either got a block or maybe picked up a foul, but great job.
41-18, 2.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Hampton jumped out on top 31-8. And we've got an offensive foul, I believe. Yep.
That's exactly what it was called.
White, Cresden White picks up his second.
Watch the replay.
Yeah, good position by Clouden.
Wasn't that much of a contact, but enough to warrant the call.
Well, there's been some, quick calls, and to the credit of the officials, they've been consistent. And they're trying to keep this game under wraps because they know that the intensity can easily get out of hand without too much difficulty. Fierce rivals, the Hampton Crabbers and the Phantoms. Basket counts. Campbell picks up his second foul. And an opportunity for Cresden White to complete a three-point play. 43-20. White averaging 10 plus, as is Shanks, and of course Andre Rico Walters averaging 18 points per game. (43-21). Clouden, and he's going to be called for the offensive foul.
Good job that time by number 40, Daly, for the Phantoms. He just stood his ground.
1:57 left in the half. And a steal by Carlos Campbell. Loose ball, and then the Crabbers throw it away.
Yes, they're getting a little sloppy out there.
Well, they were out of sync. That was a mess from the beginning. They needed to regroup, and that's what happens sometimes is you get caught up in it and you want to make a play, but the best thing to do is not to make a play, is to regroup.
Regroup.
22-12 rebounding
Hampton almost double the rebounds. 22-12 is the rebound edge for the Crabbers in this contest. Strickland splits the defense. Can't get it to stay down, however. Now a three-point attempt is good from the corner. That was Robert Fields, his second triple of the night. And that cuts the lead down to 19 points. 43-24. And a miscue. And oh my goodness, the Phantoms.
If he'd have let it go,
it was their ball. That's where hustle hurt you. That was a crabber that had thrown the pass away, and the Phantoms thought that it had been touched by a Phoebus player and dove for it and lost it. Now we got a jump ball at the other end. Possession arrow will give it to the Crabbers.
Is it 2nd and 7, as Scotty said?
1st and 10 are one of those football terms. Lots of bodies flying around here. Story. Deep in the corner, Tabron's shot doesn't go. Campbell battled with the Phoebus player Fields, and they say Fields last touched it.
Fields said, oh, I didn't touch it last. That looked like it could have been either one of them.
Tabron will trigger. Higgins will try a three. It's short. But Tabron in the right place at the right time gets the easy stick back.
And that's the rebounds.
21-point lead. 1:03 to go in the half.
I tell you, the Crabbers are a good rebounding team, Tim. I was talking to Walter earlier, and during the Heritage game, Heritage got no offensive rebounds the first half, 0. So that means you're limiting them to one shot, and that's it. They're not getting a second try. That's just a great job. Watch
nice
the replay.
outlet pass here, and the pretty good-looking block, but they got him with the body.
Well, the referee that was trailing on the opposite side of the court is the one to call that.
Campbell makes the first of two. Both teams are over the limit. And Campbell now 4 out of 4 from the charity stripe, and the Crabbers have boosted that lead up to a 23-point difference, and Campbell picks up his third foul, playing extremely aggressive here in the first half. Campbell will undoubtedly come out now as Marcus Johnson gets up off the bench. Quite sure why they didn't whistle him in, since the ball was not in the shooter's hand.
Well, he'll come in now because this is a 2-shot foul.
Right. Robert Fields is 3 for 3. Campbell out. Marcus Johnson in for Walter Brower's Hampton Crabbers. Hampton 16-3 overall, just 3 setbacks all year long. We saw one of those, that Bethel game, and it's a game that Hampton just should have won.
No, Hampton did win.
I'm sorry, that almost lost that game. I was thinking of the girls' contest in that. Johnny Story with the resounding slam.
Can he elevate? Amazing how fast he can get up in the air.
8 points for Story. Watch the replay here as you're going to see the nice assist on the play from Tabron and the big two-handed slam.
Big guy just went up.
49-26. We're down to about a half a minute to go. And we've got contact. That'll be on Tynes, number 50. That'll be his second. Strickland will get a couple. And he's been held down here. He averages better than 13 points a game. Has just got 2 points here in the first half. Make that 3. Hill comes out, and Alexi Carroll comes in. 10 out of 12 free throws by the Phantoms in the first half. Excellent shooting from the charity stripe. Johnson double dribble.
He kind of lost the handle.
Turnover gives it back to the Phantoms. Down by 21. In the lane, no good. Outlet pass is off the mark and goes out of bounds. It'll be Phoebus ball with 5 seconds remaining. Strickland, guarded by Tynes. Too strong, and the rebound comes to Clouden as the buzzer sounds to end the first half. A good, entertaining first half, especially if you're a Hampton Crabber fan.
Yep.
Crabbers at halftime lead 49-28. We'll return to Phoebus High School for the second half of action, easy for me to say, after this brief timeout. Back here at Phoebus High School, there you see our score at halftime. Hampton up by 21, 49-28. Crabbers were paced by Nathan Robinson, who had 10 points. 8 points for Johnny Story on 4 deuces. I missed Mr. Higgins had 12 points.
Yeah, Marcus hit that 3 threes.
3 threes, 1 of 2 free throws, and the 2-pointer for 12. 4 points for Mario Tabron on 2 baskets. The same for Derek Fenner. 4 points for Carlos Campbell, all from the free throw line, as he was perfect there. 3 points for Jimmy Williams on a 3-pointer. And 2 points for Marcus Johnson on a basket, as well as Nathaniel Clouden, the same. 2 points on a basket. The Crabbers hit 5 out of 8 free throws in the first half. For the Phantoms, they were paced by Robert Fields with 9 points. He had 2 threes and 3 free throws. 5 points for Cresden White on 2 baskets and 1 free throw. Dominique Strickland had 4 points on a basket and 2 free throws, as did Travis Reed. He had 4 points on 2 baskets. 3 points for Maurice Shanks, as he was held well below his average. Had a basket and 1 of 3 free throws. And Dominic Strickland had 4 points, again, well below his average on a basket and 2 free throws. So we're set to get the second half underway, and the Phantoms have it to start the second. And now we've got a foul called away from the ball. And this one will be called against Jimmy Williams.
Yeah, well, he did a good job. He was trying to get through a screen, and he reached and grabbed a hold of the jersey of the man he was guarding, and right in front of the official. You're going to grab it. Don't do it where the guy can see you.
Williams with his second personal foul. 3-point attempt is off the mark, and the ball goes over the backboard.
Well,
interesting, it hadn't hit the backboard.
Yeah, it hadn't hit the backboard and hadn't come out of bounds, and the official blew the whistle prematurely.
Yep. Ball goes over to the Crabbers. Of course, the rule is if the ball hits behind the backboard, any part of the backboard, it's out of bounds.
But it didn't hit anything.
But it didn't hit anything. It went over it, but it didn't make contact. But in any event, Johnny Story working on Strickland, backs up. No good. Strickland with the rebound.
And that's what the Phantoms got to try to do, is eliminate those offensive rebounds that the Crabbers got the first half. Bad pass that time.
Higgins with a spinning move, can't get it to go down. Back come the Phantoms. Cresden White. Strickland has it blocked.
Maurice Shanks on a nice follow.
Offensive rebound and a basket by Maurice Shanks. for the Phantoms to have a chance, he's got to get some points on the board, as does Strickland. Neither one of these players on pace to get their average. And with those 18 points taken off the board by the absence of Walters, you've got to get your points and his.
That's right.
Story spins away, and he's fouled. I don't think they're going to count the basket.
I think Jim Downey said it's before the basket. And that's the third one on Maurice, isn't it?
It is 3 on Maurice Shanks. You're right.
Watch the replay here.
Good call.
He had to hold that jersey, didn't he?
Downey said he had the jersey, and by golly, he did. Bad pass picked off. And then the Phantoms can't keep it.
And that was a bad pass. You're going to lead the man and let him run under the ball. You can't do it when he runs under. He's out of bounds.
So both teams open the second half rather sloppy.
Hampton was so in sync that first quarter, and since then it's like, they just can't get back in rhythm again.
Phoebus actually outscored Hampton 20-18 in the second period. This is Fenner, and his shot is off the mark, and now Fenner almost got it back. Back come the Phantoms. White down the lane, unmolested, but luckily for the Crabbers, shot didn't go. Off the glass.
To me, that's
Derek
the prettiest
Fenner.
shot in basketball.
Fenner has 6 points. Strickland working on Story. And Strickland gets a nice move by Dominique Strickland. Higgins coast to coast, dishes outside for Robinson. A lot of contact underneath the boards right now.
It looks like number 32, White, is grabbing his knee like he hurt his knee a little bit.
Fenner has the shot blocked, but he's fouled as well. That one goes against Brockington. That's his first. Here's your replay. And Brockington got him. 2 shots coming for Derek Fenner. 51-32, Hampton by 19. Fenner. So Fenner hits both free throws.
Both teams are still playing pressing man-to-man just about all over the court. Trying not to let the other team get into an offensive rhythm.
Strickland off the mark. Higgins, and Higgins' pass is way off the mark. Walter Brower looks down at Walter Higgins, Marcus Higgins, and says, what in the world was that?
Well, that was, if you adjust to it, if in football, you'd have been a great pass.
If you were going deep. And the Phantoms throw it away.
Lack of communications that time. The one of the Phantoms going to come up and set a screen, and the other one threw him the ball where he thought he would be.
Did they just unload a bus out front or something?
I don't know. We got a lot of people coming in here.
Fortunately, they're not walking in front of us. That's one nice thing about the Phoebus gym.
Oh, look at that. Look at that passing. From Fenner to Story to Robinson. And Robinson almost make it come up with a steal.
Man, I hope this game gets over soon. I got to stop by Zoom's and get some potato wedges and some fried chicken. Didn't get dinner tonight, Bob. My stomach's growling.
Is that what that
thought there was a
sound
thunderstorm outside.
I've been hearing this growling. I thought somebody's mad at us or they got a dog underneath the bleachers or something. Let it spin your stomach. Well, they have some pizza out there. How come you didn't go get some of this pizza?
I'm saving my appetite for that potato wedges and fried chicken.
You're just so good to the Zooms people.
I got my priorities.
There you go.
At the free throw line is Cresden White. He's got 5 points on the night.
We do want to thank Zooms because they're going to help us award to the senior basketball player on each of the teams this year to demonstrated academic excellence. These players will be awarded a plaque at the school board meeting after the season's over. Thanks to David Allen and Zooms for the continued support of WHCS and our student athletes.
Phantoms unable to hit either one of those free throws. Cresden White 0 for 2 that trip to the line. Story feels the pressure and pops it in.
Could have been called for an offensive foul that time because he dropped his shoulder, but they didn't call it.
No, I think they think the defensive player reacted too much and couldn't give credence to the act. Nice move in the lane by Jeremy Van. Oh, they did think about it. Tell Scotty to just direct the game. Kill Tim's mic. Kill Tim's mic. That was Higgins with a pair.
Boy, that's who picking on you tonight.
They're picking on me. He's mad because he doesn't have a Zooms to go to and get that fried chicken.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah,
I'll have to talk to David Allen about that.
Set up a delivery system. Higgins goes down hard, but the stick back is good by Robinson.
Offensive rebounds. I tell you, it's unbelievable. We got to have another timeout.
Well, we don't have to, but they're going to call one.
No, David Blizzard says we got to.
61-34. This is a 20-seconder. Go ahead.
I just want to tell people about WHCS Channel 46 presents your school board meetings on the first and third Wednesdays of each month. This is a live broadcast at 7:30 p.m., so tune in and be informed. And also that WHCS has HCS Reports, has a new look. That's anchor Beth Sadler's Monday through Friday. They have the program that will be seen both at noon and again at 5 p.m. for all the news and information about the Hampton City Schools.
As you watched some of that replay, did you talk about our crew?
There's our crew.
Sarah Sue.
Yeah, she replaced, I guess, Andre Mattingly. I don't know if he's still around or not, but he was here for the first game. And Nathaniel Braxton. Andre had a date. Okay. Ron Baton, of course, on the end-line camera. Andy Foley doing the graphics and the audio. Don Chiraus over here early helping with the whatever it is he does. Bev Penn doing the slow motion and instant replay. And, of course, Scotty Bowers saying, why does Zooms not deliver?
But did we forget Braxton?
No, I talked about Nathaniel.
Okay. Don't want to forget the man.
He loves basketball because you can't get wet. It doesn't rain.
We call him the Rain Man. 61-36. Story's jumper. Nice soft touch.
Look, wasn't that pretty?
Depends on your point of view, but I thought it looked real nice. That's 12 for Mr. Story. Got some contact. Again, the official didn't call it, Scotty, because they thought about that and they said he acted too much. Cresden White can't get it to go.
He got his own rebound, Tim.
In and out. Jimmy Williams had it but lost it. Pass underneath intended for Shanks, but it's knocked out of bounds by Tabron.
That was really an ill-advised pass. Shanks was breaking to the basket to rebound, and he threw him the ball, and there was a defender right in his way. Luckily, they got the ball back.
1:40 left here in the third period. 63-36. Hampton's been on top from the get-go. They rushed out to a 31-8 lead. If you joined us late, after one period, they had 31 points on the board. Calmed down a little bit in the second period, but still had a 49-28 lead at halftime and still hold a 63-36 lead. This is a three-pointer. No! And the Phantoms lost it out of bounds at the end line. Tabron, the backcourt tandem, along with Marcus Johnson. Good pressure by the Phantoms. Crabbers get it across the line. This is Carlos Campbell giving to Story. Back intended for Campbell, rather, but picked off. Blocked by Story. And then a foul committed. Phantoms, Jeremy Van committed the foul. Player control foul, neither team in the bonus situation here with a minute 11 remaining in the third. And again, full court pressure applied by the Phantoms. Dion Tynes in the ball game now for the Crabbers. Carlos Campbell. And Campbell is fouled and the basket will count.
I thought he may. I was really thinking he should have given the ball up. He had an open player to the left side, but
Campbell's shaken up. He went down hard. I don't care how young or athletic you are. He went down awkwardly, and let's hope he's okay. Watch the replay here. You're going to see the play. This is Campbell. He's going to go all the way in, and he went down hard on his right hip.
Yeah, he come right down on his hip, and this floor doesn't give much bounce.
That'll smart tomorrow. You always want to make sure that they don't move the injured player before he's ready to or feels comfortable to. You know, that thing, you can really suffer a serious injury in those type of falls. They'll help Carlos sit up, and he gets a nice round of applause from the fans who earlier had
booed him a little bit.
Well, that's that old thing about he used to play here and he went over to the enemy. And Campbell seriously favoring that right leg. Will get an assist off the court by Diane Limerick. Trainer over at Hampton High School for a long time now. So in his place will come Solomon Siebel.
Yeah.
Number 34. And he will actually get to shoot the free throw, which is a tough thing to do coming off the bench cold. There you see Solomon. And the young man puts it in the hole.
And that's not only tough to shoot it, but to make it. And I'm sure that coach brought him in because he can make those free throws.
Crabbers up by 30. Down to less than a minute now in the third period, 47 seconds. Mario Tabron being double teamed. Clouden is open from 18, no good. Got his own rebound. Off the glass, no good. Out come the Phantoms. In the lane, nice soft touch by number 30, Robert Fields. He's had a good game for the Phantoms. Bounce pass right side, Marcus Johnson, and a good feed, and Dion Tynes tried to jam it home, but hit the rim and came out.
Yeah, he lost the ball when he went up. Ball really slipped out of his hand. Is the reason he didn't take that home.
7 seconds. Fields gets a pick. And it would have counted had it gone, but it does not fall. So the Phantoms score 10 in the third period, while the Crabbers are able to put 17 on the board. So the Crabbers extend that lead to 28 points.
Tim, we will pick a player of the game for both of these teams tonight, and that player received a plaque and a shirt. The plaque comes from Engraving Inc., Buckwalter Engraving, located at Tabb Square on Route 17. For all your engraving needs, contact Jim at 596-8850. Dave Buckwalter's the owner. The shirt comes from Islander Hardware and Sporting Goods. They're located in Pocosin. They can meet all your sports needs with a full line of athletic goods, both team and individual, equipment and uniforms, plus screen printing. Call Dave Chubb at 868-8467. John Robertson, the owner.
28-point lead for the first place Hampton Crabbers, looking to improve their 16-3 record. Crabbers will have the ball on the possession arrow to start the fourth period, and we're underway. Set the lineups for you now. Fenner and Higgins. This is Higgins who pops the three.
Well, they're in a zone, and he says, well, if you're going to go in a zone, I want to shoot that three.
Robinson, Story, Fenner, Williams got the original starting five out there for Hampton.
And the Phantom just went down and just really not trying to set up any offense and lost the ball out of bounds. And those turnovers will kill you because you don't even get a shot.
Strickland on the floor for the Phantoms along with White. Story got it and stepped on the end line. Rounding out the rest of those, Brockington, number 22. Shanks is out there. And the fifth player is Travis Reed, number 24, for David Blizzard's Phoebus Phantoms. Tim Cole, Bob Hintz, and Bob Killen and the 46 crew coming to you from Phoebus High School on the 15th of February. The year 2000. We're glad you're aboard with us and hope you're enjoying tonight's contest. Crabbers looking to wrap up first place. An automatic berth in the regionals. We've got an offensive foul, or at least a rebounding foul against the Phantoms.
Well, and you know, that was really kind of funny because one Phantom fouled another Phantom. But must have been a Crabber there somewhere.
It's one of those famous Phantom fouls that we've seen. Johnny Story is fouled in the backcourt. That's against Strickland. That's his second. And the foul's starting to mount up here, and I don't know the exact total, but it would seem pretty quickly we're going to be having some bonus time. Crabbers will inbound. Derek Fenner will bring it up, guarded by White. Baseline for Williams, kicks it out for Robinson. Now Higgins. Higgins got the basket and he draws the foul.
He's so smooth.
Shanks picks up his fourth, if that was on 44. I think it was. Yeah, that's what it was.
That's exactly it.
Higgins completes the three-point play. Higgins had 12 at halftime, and he has added 8 more here. He's got 20 unofficially in the game. Deep in the corner, three-pointer won't go. Shanks with the rebound, kicks it out to Strickland. Strickland drives and traveled in doing so.
Yeah, he shuffled. And old McDonald says, no shuffling on my farm.
Fenner to Robinson. Story and his pass off the mark. Fenner was looking for him to put it toward the basket and looked up at the basket to be ready for a rebound, and the ball thrown by Fenner. Paston is what I'm trying to say. Stolen, and the Crabbers can't keep it in bounds, however. Well, the Crabbers, as I said, had a little bit of a dip there. They lost a couple of games after going for a good part of the season undefeated. But, you know, if you're the coach, you don't mind if you lose in the middle of the season. You just don't want to lose at the latter part of the season.
You got that true. But I tell you what, that Warwick Raider team has come alive. They 10 in a row?
They have come alive.
They've knocked off every one of the front runners.
Yep, they are the team right now that's showing the hottest hand. Nice move to the bucket by Brockington. Check that Reed, rather. Travis Reed, 24. Higgins tries to return the favor, can't put it in, and then Fenner commits the foul.
Grabbed a hold of an arm. That'll get you a foul more times than not.
5:46 remaining in the fourth quarter. 72-40. Hampton has been out on top from the first period burst and have never looked back.
What a nice block.
Another nice block. Robinson, 2 blocks, but they still haven't given up the ball. In and out. No good. Offensive rebounds galore for the Phantoms, but they can't get a basket. Must have had 5 offensive boards on that one series.
Well, but also Hampton had 2 blocks. Story blocked 1 and Robinson blocked 1.
Story in the game has 5 blocked shots. There you see Walter Brower in your picture. Now we're back to the replay.
This is the even one. It's just
That was 3 rebounds right there, and then finally the foul committed and sending Strickland to the free throw line. And after hitting his first 2 of the evening, he misses. Clouden will come in for Robinson for Hampton. And Strickland misses badly on the second one.
he just barely drew iron.
I wasn't going to elaborate on it. I just he shot them in like I would. Let's put it like that. Fenner is fouled on the way to the hoop.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. The foul may have been on 22. It looked like he got tripped, but he called it on number 40, Daly.
Is that Daly or Danley?
I think you're right. I think it is Danley. They call him Daly sometimes, but it really should be Danley.
Call him Daly when you mispronounce his name, right? Fenner at the free throw line. Bonus time for the Crabbers. Fenner hits. He is 3 for 3. In the game now is Leon Mizell for the Phantoms. First time I've called his name tonight. Fenner hits both free throws as he is 4 for 4. And the Crabber lead is 34. Baseline, that's a 2-pointer. Pretty close to the three-point line. Travis Reed has 8 points. Higgins almost lost it. He's triple teamed. Now gets it over to Williams, who spots Fenner open in the corner. This will be a 3, and Higgins knocked down in the midair. He was contact was made, not much though, but he was definitely
made a little contact there, wasn't it?
Yep. Watch the replay here. You're going to see coming right through here. Higgins is nudged. Would be, I guess, the word I'd use. Back to the live action now. And we've got a foul.
I think it's going to go against Johnny Story.
Yeah, Story has been very quiet on defense in the foul department. He's done a great job with 5 block shots, but he has been in foul trouble a couple of times recently, and he's exhibited much better self-control tonight.
Yeah, he really has.
Got 12 points on the night, below his 19.8 point per game average, but he hasn't had to score. His teammates have been doing plenty of that for him. He's been playing good D, getting those rebounds, and that's what Story does so well for you. He caused that shot to be changed. Sometimes you don't even block the shot, you just cause the other guy to think about it. And that's rattled home by Derek Fenner.
When Fenner can score, he gets in the, and now he makes the steal.
Behind the back dribble, Fenner 1-on-2. He'll go to the hoop and get fouled.
Well, what I was trying to say is once he gets in the flow of game and they're playing man-to-man, Fenner can be very aggressive. I know the very first game that the Crabbers played this year, he scored 21 points.
Here's the replay.
And then he didn't score many points. And I asked the coach about it. I said, well, you know, what's with the Fenner? He said, well, if we're playing against a team that's going to play us man-to-man, that is, he can really go in it, but he has not learned our offense yet. So, but you can see what happens, and you give him some open areas and let him run with the ball. He can put up some points.
And he's 6 for 6 from the free throw line, and he has 14 points, and the basket will count.
There's a steal, and Clouden got clobbered.
Clouden got the hoop. So the Crabbers with 80 points, and we've still got more than half of the fourth period to go. And they've put on an offensive display tonight. Not using the big man inside either. They've been hitting them from all over the court. Clouden with a chance for the three-point play. And he cannot hit it, but the rebound comes to Tabron, who will bank it off the glass. No good. Shanks will try a three and hits it.
That's normally not his shot. Your coach is saying, no, yeah, great shot.
Exactly. Crabbers now playing a little keep away. They don't need any more points. They just want to wear some time off that clock and look for the easy basket.
They want to shorten the game a little bit.
Thought we might see an alley-oop pass there, but didn't happen.
Well, they didn't see the man on the weak side that time.
You got a foul. Jimmy Williams picks up the foul, his fourth. Now Hampton will call a timeout with 3:31 left.
And he's going to call a full timeout.
A set of house keys.
We're going to have to be thinking about who the players of the game are.
And have lost your house keys, they will be at the scorer's table.
You look into the Hampton huddle as Walter Brower goes over the strategy with the team. Not too important at this point to be working on the strategy when you're up by 35 points.
And really what he's trying to do is just get them to settle down a little bit. Don't be making, we don't need to be fouling. Play good defense, but don't be reaching in, creating silly fouls and stopping the clock. That's not what we want to do. We got 3.5 minutes to go. And, let's shorten this game up a little bit, but don't make it longer by you committing fouls.
Phantom still not in the bonus. Shanks. Shot is off the mark, made by Van. Jeremy Van misses. Tabron to Fenner. Give it back out to Clouden. We got Clouden, Fenner, Tabron, Story. And Williams. Just the 5 on the floor right now for the Crabbers. Open for the shot off the glass is
And that
Fenner.
is, to me, that's the second one he shot off the glass. That is the prettiest shot in basketball to me.
16 points for Fenner tonight. And we've got a foul on who is Tabron?
Tabron, yeah, he threw an elbow on Shanks as Shanks was setting a screen. Watch this, and you'll catch it. Not this point. Watch right here now. We're coming up the court. We don't have it.
Don't let it run, Scotty. All right, here, see if you can see it here. I see, but Shanks was a moving pick too.
Well, he was moving a little bit, but even if he's doing, you can't throw an elbow at him.
You get in my way, I will.
Well, you do. We're going to call a foul.
Oh, that's how that works.
Yeah.
Shanks at the free throw line. He's 1 of 3 tonight and misses this one, so won't get the bonus. Crabbers turn it over. 2:47, all but the final score is the only thing in doubt at this point. Shanks has it blocked. Tabron got Story following, and then that should be an intentional foul, and it is.
Exactly right.
Fields will be called for the foul, and of course, those of you not familiar with the rule, if it is deemed to be an intentional foul, There's 2 shots, which they were already going to get from the double bonus, but then the Crabbers get the ball back at center court. Crabbers have played well tonight and hit a lot of good free throws. 4, 6, 12, 14 out of 18.
Well, he just made another one, so he got them both.
15 out of 19. (84-45), and the Crabbers now, after the intentional foul, will get the ball, and he'll be charged with.
And this what drives Walter Brower nuts. I mean, that's just not. You're just not concentrating.
Well, you know, it's let's face it, it's tough to keep your concentration when you're up by 40 points. I mean,
yeah, but you'll develop bad habits.
Oh, I agree. I understand the philosophy that you're speaking from. But as a young high school player, you know, you've got this game all but wrapped up and put a bow on it.
Well, you're right.
That's what your point is, that you need to move to that level where your concentration
stays. Right, you got to move that next level because you're going into competition with teams that's going to be winning and coming in second in their districts and their regions, and you can't afford to be lackadaisical.
Do you have any idea what they're discussing?
I was trying to figure it out. I don't know. Is Killen though? Looks like he's maybe illegal substitution, and that's probably what it is. Somebody came in without a, or they don't. He's not in the book. If he's not in the book,
now David Blizzard says yes, he is. Let me show you.
And see, the home book is the official book.
Yeah, well, maybe he's not in there.
Maybe he had down the wrong number.
It's a clerical oversight. There's a technical foul. 2:36. Make that 2:38. The light bulbs are out down this end. I looked up the wrong one. Looked like a 6, but make that an 8. Derek Fenner continues to hit his streak. What's Bob laughing over here? I'll tell you what, I get no respect. What the comment was made, I got a lot of light bulbs that are out. I got your light bulbs for you. Just for that, I'm going to have 2 pieces of fried chicken from our good friends.
And you're not even going to think of Scotty when you eat.
Not even going to think about it. I'm going to say, you know, it's a shame they don't deliver this, Scotty. 86-45, 2 and some change. I'm not sure which clock I'm looking at now. Story with the easy stick back. So Story's quietly put 14 points on the board and 10 rebounds. So he's got the double-double going. Nice off-balance shot by Jeremy Van. The Crabbers more than content at this point to trade baskets. Almost tied up Marcus Johnson. Fenner was open for a moment. Now gets it down low for Story, and Story jams it home. Emphatically with his 16th point.
Put an exclamation point on that.
90-47. This is a 3-point attempt by the Phantoms. Jeremy Van does not go.
The rebound got by Mac Jones.
Fenner scores at the other end. I tell you, Fenner's had a real nice evening here.
He really has.
He's got 10, 12. He's got 20 on the night. This is a full timeout with 1:30 remaining. So, while we have this moment, let's talk about our selection of the player of the game. And before I say anything, this was not as easy as you might think.
This is a tough one. It really
was.
was.
Good ones going on here. We got. Let me give you some of the highlights here.
All right, go
we
get
got Marcus Higgins, who had 12 in the first half. He has added 8 more, so he's got 20. You got Johnny Story with 16. Got Nathan Robinson, who started out of the blocks real quickly. He ends up with 14 at this point. Game isn't over with, of course. And then you got Fenner, who's got 20. He's got 8 out of 8 from the free throw line. And he's hit 12 more from the field. On that side of the ledger, you got the Crabbers are tough to go. Now, Robert Fields, who I'm leaning towards with the Phantoms, he's got 2 threes. He's got 13 points on the night. Travis Reed, another 8. And Robinson with 11 rebounds and 4 assists. I think you got to almost go with Mr.
Yeah,
Robinson.
I think Nathan
this is his neighborhood.
Yeah. Okay, him and McDonald. No, but Robertson we're going to go with for the Crabbers, and for the Phantoms we're going with
Robert Fields.
Okay, sounds good.
Played a good game, and certainly others played well. Dominic Strickland, even though he didn't score a lot of points, played well. Shanks
had a good job. Did a good job tonight.
Never a scientific process. We just go with our best impression of the play as we saw it on the court. Deep in the corner, Tabron with the rebound for the Crabbers, and he'll work it back out. This is a three-pointer, short, and a tie-up. That was number 34 in the game. That's Solomon Seabrel.
Well, that big number 52 I don't have on my roster for the Crabbers.
Oh, is that 52?
Yeah, no, yeah, who is it?
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe that's the one he brought
32. up. Got Mac Jones in there.
Yeah. I think that's the young man he brought up off of the JVs.
Okay. Need to update our sportscombine.com rosters, right?
There you go.
Might be John Whitaker.
Number 52.
Had that one stolen. He was going in for the big dunk.
He was going in for the jam, wasn't he?
And his teammates were down here. One of the younger players on the team, I'm suspecting, he said, what is it,
they're going to laugh a little bit at his expense.
Yeah, he just couldn't get the handle on it. So he got it right here, and it just went up and got ready to go up and lost the handle. Sean Danley checks in for the Phantoms. Leon Mizell hits both free throws. Half a minute to go. Crabbers would like to have broken that century mark, but they'll look like they'll fall short of it now, 92-49. And again, the big guy can't hold on to the ball.
Well, that was stolen that time.
Oh, yeah, that time was definitely assisted. Mizell will try for 3, and his shot off the mark. Crabbers push it up. Tabron, and Tabron is hammered from behind. That was a tough foul by Mizell. That was a little unnecessary, if I can say so. I felt that was uncalled for. Hard foul. Let's just let it go at that. Watch Tabron. He's coming down, and I watch Mizell from behind just lays into him. And fortunately, I'm glad to say that it looks like Tabron's all right. Heard him say something to his teammate a minute ago. Said, someone answer that phone. Got this ringing in my ear.
Yeah, and I think somebody's trying to deliver from Scotty.
I think so. Can't blame Tabron for missing that free throw. He's probably still trying to clear the cobwebs as he got belted from behind. (92-49) with 7 ticks of the clock remaining. Tabron is able to hit one of the 2. He's got 7 points on the night unofficially. At a 20-second timeout called by Walter Brower. So Robert Fields from Phoebus will be our player of the game, and Nathan Robinson, who played a great game on not only scoring points, but also rebounding. And again, I want to thank our crew and all the fine people here at Phoebus High School for all of their help in us bringing this game to you tonight.
Amen to that. .4 seconds remaining.
2 shots coming for the Phantoms' Terry McGee, who's in the game now.
That's a good shot of your buddy Boo Williams.
Boo Williams at the game tonight. Who's he? I don't know. Who is that man?
I don't know. Boo-hoo. Don't cry.
And that buzzer sounds the end of this ball game, and the Hampton Crabbers win impressively tonight. The MVPs tonight, Robert Fields from Phoebus and Nathan Robinson from the Hampton Crabbers. 93-50 as the Crabbers just never let Phoebus get in this ball game.
You're right. They really never did. And right off the get, it was 20-something to 3. It seemed like real quick. Marcus Hagan's got hot, hit 3 quick threes, and Phoebus just never looked like they got on track what they wanted to do. But that happens, and they'll have Rico Walters back next week. See something different.
I want to thank our sponsors for tonight. The game brought to you by Zooms. Zooms with 5 convenient Hampton locations and 1 in Newport News. And in part by Wood Funeral Home, where Richard Pulley is the funeral director. The final score again is Hampton 93 and Phoebus 50. For Bob Benson, Bob Killen, and the entire Channel 46 crew, this is Tim Cole. Thanks for watching. Good night, everybody.